Right, welcome back to the channel and a new video. I hope everyone's had a good Christmas and a new year. Sorry I haven't done much posting as of late. I've been sick as a dog over Christmas and New Year. I won't want to well at all. But I'm feeling a lot better now, so I thought I'd give you all an update on where I'm up to, what I've been doing, and yeah, just an overall start of the year update video. So first of all, my Range Rover has been a little bit poorly. I was on collection just before Christmas. I think it was a collection or a delivery, I can't remember. I was on a collection, I think it was, just before Christmas, and I made it back to where, say I was around Flint area. Anyone who's local will understand it's not far from me, but anyone who doesn't know, it's about 10-15 minutes from the house. I was on my way back and she started juddering, so I had a bit of a hard acceleration because I had to pull out, and I come off the revs hard because I was coming to a red light, and she just went mental, started juddering like mad, she did. I've had this problem before, and I thought what it is, I thought injector. I've got another injector on its way out. I have been listening to her, and I thought I had an injector on its way out a couple of months ago. Actually, I could hear it ticking. So as I do, you know what I'm like, I need my car and I'm busy all the time. So I got home, plugged it in, injector 5, no codes, but I watched it on live data and I could see it was over fueling. So I thought, right, injector stuck open, same thing I've had in the past, let's get it out while it was hot. So I worked on it through the night time. It must have been, I don't know, 2-3 o'clock in the morning by the time I got it out. Got one on order the next day, rushed, got it, got one back in, put it all back together again, started it up exactly the same, and I was like, ugh. Just one of those things. But everything was telling me injector 5, so that's what I went and done. So then I went back through everything else. I chased the wiring loom back to the harness, checked everything, no issues. I've got a spare loom, so I thought, right, just check it all and change the loom, put a different loom on, still no different. I have not long had an injector in number 1 as well. So what I then did was pulled it all apart again, and I pulled 1 and 5 and swapped them around, just in case I was sold a dud injector. Highly unlikely, but you never know. To see if I can move the problem. Didn't move the problem. Problem is still showing injector number 5. So I've got a new injector in there. It's still over fueling. I'm not 100% sure what it is, so I've just been using it knowing that it's alright. It just judders a bit. So I've been driving it for weeks and weeks, different fuel, and it started to improve, and it started to like clear itself. I put a load of injector cleaner in there and all that sort of waffle, trying to just free anything up, any shit in there. Yeah, and it seemed to be alright. And then 2 days ago I was out on another collection and got back to half an hour, 20 minutes away from the house, same thing again, juddering like mad. So now I don't know if it's long journeys that's doing it or if it's the fuel I'm using. So both times I was on Costco diesel and it's juddered like mad. I'm still on Costco fuel now, but it still seems to improve because I've been running it out. So I'm going to test it now. I'm not going to put Costco diesel in next time I go on a big run, and I'll see if it carries on making it worse or improves or whatever. So that's an update for the Range Rover. 234,000 miles now, and she's still going all right, but she's starting to develop a bit of a judder, so that needs sorting. I'm in two minds whether to get a new one soon though, to be honest. So there is a few things that need doing on it, and at this point now I'm a bit like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother now. I think I'm just going to run her into the ground and get a new one. Hopefully I'll get this one through till next October when the MOT runs out, and go from there. She needs a drive shaft because she wobbles like hell at 70-ish on a left-hand bend. CV joint, I believe it is, on that side. I've done everything else in there. Ball joints I changed, lower arms, drop links, I changed everything, and it's still not right, so that's the only thing left to change. I had a sticky caliper on that left side as well, not that long ago, even though that was a new recon caliper that I did when I put my brakes on last time. So that needs sorting. So it ate the brake pad right down, so I've changed the brake pads on that, put EBCs in. I've got a spare set for the back as well, which I ordered at the same time, but they were still plenty of life left in them, so I thought I'm not changing them for the sake of wasting brake pads, and the front does majority of the work anyway. So that's kind of where we're up to with that. But like I say, I'm in two minds now. Do I keep spending drive shafts, more injectors and chasing problems, knowing that she's done for really now? She's been a good car, but I think it will be a time for a change next year. So that's where I'm up to with that. Court case, that's my next bit of an update. I've got to give you all, I've had a letter from this Tribunal service, and they do a mediation. So I got a letter last week or week before saying, you know, accept days, do I accept a mediation and all that sort of stuff. So I've said, yeah, I'm happy to go through the mediation, see if we can resolve it that way. Doing all my research, looking at previous cases and different bits and bobs, speaking to different people, I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to lose. Doesn't matter what happens in court, I'm going to lose. They always seem to side with the customer, not the business. So at first I thought, no, I'll just go to court and we'll argue it out there. But now, after doing that sort of research, I'm adamant I'm just going to lose. So I'm going to try and resolve it in a mediation, and lean on the fact that they might lose, so they might as well just take my offer and we all go away happy. So that is coming up Wednesday, tomorrow morning, but it's the 15th tomorrow and I've got Llama. So the only day that they could have given me that I'm busy is the day that they give me. So tomorrow morning I have rang up, tried to get it moved, can't get it moved. Well, I can, but it too much hassle, doesn't look favourable in the judges, etc. So my plan is to take it while I'm passenger in a car on my way to Llama tomorrow morning, and see if I can get that resolved over the phone. Apparently they ring me, then ring them, then ring me, then ring them, and we've got an hour. So if we can work something out in that hour, we'll be fine. So I've been jotting down all the bullet points of everything I need to ask. Main thing I want to know is the condition and the hours. If the condition of it's poor and the hours are high, that's it, I'm going to court, I'm not having it. If the hours are borderline what it was when I sold it to them, and they haven't hammered it and used it, etc., well, we know they've hammered it because they've said basically that they were trying to take it up the hill and it wouldn't go, and it's burned the belts out and all sorts of stuff. So they've been tipping it on its side, you know, you name it, they've done all sorts to it. So at this present moment in time, my plan is to try and get it resolved over the phone through mediation. If they come back with the answers that I want, like similar hours, hasn't been hammered, etc, etc, etc. If it comes back that they've, you know, it's done 200 odd hours, and it's like, well, you've said in your court paperwork that you've not used it once and it was not fit for purpose. So if you've put 10 hours on it, well, you've done 10 hours worth of work with it. So it takes away that it was knackered when it arrived, because it wasn't. So that's where I'm up to with that. And like I say, I'm going to Llama tomorrow. Anyone who doesn't know, big tractor convention, good place to do a lot of networking. I went last year, had a really good day out as well, got to come home with all sorts of bits and bobs, cups and, you know, stuff that's always handy, meet a lot of businesses, spotted and spoke to a lot of dealers who were also in my field, and it's a really good place to network. Everyone's in one place, rather than having to traipse around going to dealers. Everyone's there to do the same thing, everyone's there to network. So that is my plan tomorrow, and it's a good little day out as well. And on the work side, we've been a little bit slow over Christmas time, but I've not been too well, so I've not really been rushing and jumping around. You know, I've just been having a good few weeks off, and I have enjoyed it, to be honest. It's been really comforting having a good bit of time off. But back to work now. I've been out on collections for the past week or two. I've got 2 more on Saturday to pick up, So all I'm doing now is buying, because over winter I ran my stock down to nothing and just kind of sat with no stock really. The prices were so up and down, I didn't want to have anything in stock going up or down, so I just thought, right, I'll settle it all off, put the money in the bank and wait till the new year. So I've been out buying. I sold my first ride on of the year on Sunday. That went out on a delivery. Nice girl as well, she was, not far from me, up in Denby. She wanted a mower but wanted to buy one in the winter before the prices went wild in the summertime. So I sorted that out, dropped that off to her. I had 2 from Whitchurch, from that Traveller site. If you're a regular watcher of the channel, I remember I turned up at a Traveller site one time and they were really good boys, to be fair. I bought 2 machines off him just before Christmas, and that was one of the ones that I sold the other day to the lady in Denby. I've got one to pick up in Preston, I've got one to pick up in Tewkesbury, and another one to pick up in Ludlow. But the Tewkesbury and Ludlow I'm going to do at the same time, so I'm doing them on the weekend, Saturday. And yeah, that's where I'm up to really, just filling up with stock now, ready for the summer months where everything goes mad and everyone wants mowers and machines. So my plan is to try and build up as much stock as I can to give myself a good advantage when the summer months come. So I've got a good variety of stock, as many as I can within reason. I've got to pick them up with the right sort of money, of course. And yeah, that's where we're up to really. And today I'm off. Where am I off today? To go and look at tractor, I think it is. Someone gave me a ring and said come and have a look at a machine I've got there. He's got a few bits, but I think he's got a nice little compact tractor there as well, so I'm going to go and have a look at that. And yeah, that's really it really, that's where we're up to. I will put some pictures in as well over the top of different bits there, so you can have a look and see what mowers I've been picking up. My tractor's sold as well just before Christmas. I don't know if I put that on the channel actually. I had a Ford compact tractor here with a loader, really tidy bit of kit. The only problem is it was on turf tyres and the tyres just let it down. I really struggled to move it on with the tyres. So in the end I managed to buy a set of Agri wheels. It took me ages, honest to God, it took me ages trying to find some of the right sort of money. A set of Agri tyres went up, perfect size, but the stud patterns were off on the front wheels, so that I had to re-drill all the studs on the front wheels, got them to fit, and the back ones were straight on. I just reamed the holes out slightly, but other than that it was an absolute nightmare of a tractor. But in the end I turned it for a good profit after I'd spent on it and put wheels on it and different bits and bobs. And as soon as I changed them wheels, that was it then, the phone didn't stop. I did take a hell of a knock down on it though, but at that point I was just happy to just see it go before Christmas, got a lump of money come back in, and it's just something else that I haven't got to worry about being sat around, you know. So that went just before Christmas, and yeah, that's it really. And as well, times have changed. I think, well, I don't think I am. My Bentley's going to go up for sale. I've just got stuff to do really, and I could do with the money now. And I've had my fun with it. I had it over the summer months, is what I wanted to do. If it doesn't sell, obviously I'll keep it and carry on fiddling around with it as I do. But it is now running, driving, working perfectly. Like, it's spot on, much better than it was when I bought it anyway. So that has gone up for sale. It's up on Car and Classics. I'm looking for around 40 grand for it, to be honest. Well, I won't let it go for any less than that. It owes me slightly more than that, but for what I've had out of it, the fun I've had out of it, you've got to lose somewhere. So that's up for sale. If anyone's interested, I doubt you will be, but if anyone is interested, let me know. Or you know anyone who might be interested in it, point them in my direction. I had a chap come and have a look at it just before Christmas as well. Well, I've had 2 people come and have a look at it, but both floating 30 grand sort of in the, and it's like, I'm not going to let it go for that. It's worth a hell of a lot more than that. ideally I'd have 50 grand for it, and I think that's still cheap for what it is. When you look at others on the sale, they just don't exist for less than that sort of money. But I will take 40 for it. I had a good deal on it when I bought it, so you know, it is what it is. It'll move on, and I'll put the money back into the business and try again for this year. And hopefully, you know, I won't go out and buy any of these rash decision cars and again without properly looking over them. But I say this, I've done this 4 times and I still do it every time. So that's where I'm up to. Yeah, I think that's it really. So what I will do is I will film my mediation phone calls, I think, and I'll see how I get on with that. If there's personal information in there, I obviously won't be able to release them, but I'll film them anyway, and if I can release them, or it gets through the court process and it's settled, then I'll release the different footage of what I've managed to pick up throughout doing this process of being sued. It's a great learning curve. If anyone's in this similar position, or been in this similar position, any help would be appreciated. Drop me some comments, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, bring me your stories if you like. You know, bring me your experience from going through that small claims court process, and I might learn something from it. And if anyone is going through the process, learn from my mistakes, and I will try and keep you updated as much as I can throughout the process. But anyway, that'll do for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch us on the next one.